Hello. I'm back with another video. Oh yeah, I want to show off this a bit better. My Batman onesie. It's like a thing you used to wear if you were ever a baby. I remember wearing these things. I didn't realize they made them for adults. I don't think I've ever seen one for an adult. I actually thought I was in the kids section when I first saw it. But it's also really good, well detailed. I was really surprised how detailed it is. Like, it has a hood, but the hood has actually the pointy. Hold on a second. Fucking A. Can't get my fingers in it. Oh well. The pointy ears. It's a pretty. I was surprised it had the cowl on it and all that stuff. But even that, I didn't even notice this till last night. I was just walking around. I was like, oh shit. I didn't even notice it has the arm spikes. Arm spikes. Not bad for like a little thing. And it is really comfy. I actually did sleep in it. It is really comfy. The worst part is, went to the store to get food and, normal stuff to survive, not blow money on crap. But I also got a flash hat. Like, they have really cool, a lot of DC stuff. On pretty good price too, it wasn't too expensive. But I didn't end up getting any of the things I actually went for. Ended up just... I didn't go to a comic book store. You would think I fucking went to a comic book store because I also got a Harley Quinn hat. Got a Harley Quinn hat and a Flash hat, which I actually have a Flash t-shirt that looks like this, so let's go with my Flash shirt. That's cool. But yeah, this is really cool. I did not know that they made these for adults. I actually really thought I was in the kids section, and then I looked at it for a second. I was like, that's like the size of me. And I didn't even see the Batman one. They had other ones, like a vampire one, some Marvel ones, I think. I don't know if it was an Iron Man or a Thor. There's a few other ones, but as soon as I saw that they had like superheroes and stuff like that, I knew they had to have a Batman one, and sure enough, they did. And I bought it on the spot, and I got completely sidetracked from that point on, and didn't buy anything I really came there for. Though, in my defense, they didn't actually have a lot of the stuff I was specifically looking for. I haven't been too pleased with local shopping lately. I've been having to shop online. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Batman and Harley Quinn. I kind of liked it. It was pretty good. It wasn't the best ever. Cause I guess I should start at the beginning. I wasn't too thrilled about it going in because I seen the trailer, and I generally prefer Harley Quinn's voice to be kind of bubbly and poppy, like Tara Strong or the original. But yeah, that was like just and I knew in the trailer they kind of hinted at that her and Nightwing were gonna be a thing, and that too kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So it kind of had like a uphill battle going in for me. So the fact that I like it, I guess, is saying something. And even in the movie, I didn't really grow to like her voice that much. But despite that, the content of the movie itself is still pretty good. Kevin Conroy is at least still Batman. And I'm one of those people that do think he's like the best Batman. It's just so natural when he does it. When I play the Arkham games, as he's one of my favorite reasons for the Arkham game. Especially in City when you just go around. I think you do in all of them. But I haven't beaten all of them. But in City, I just remember when he would go interrogate thugs. Be like, please, I'll tell you everything I know. He'd be like, I never doubted it. I just love, like, he has such a confidence about the way he does Batman. So I really like it when they can get him back. So that's a plus. Good on that. And I do think it was pretty funny. The jokes are pretty mature for... It was weird, too, because it's, the Batman, the animated series versions of the characters. It isn't the new 52 versions of the characters or some Elseworld, because we've gotten a lot of DC animated movies. This is more of a semi-sequel to the animated series, which is cool because that was one of my favorite DC animated shows for sure. Especially when it comes to Batman. I don't like the ones that come after, like the Batman or the sillier ones. I'm not crazy about. I really like the animated series. But Harley Quinn's voice, it's not that good. It's very, very crude, very rough, whereas the other one is, or the other ones that come before her are more bubbly and poppy, and uh, looser, and this one's like very crude and tight and harsh. Uh, and that's just not how Harley Quinn sounds to me. Harley Quinn's one of the few characters I like read no matter what. Like, I fall behind a lot on comics reading them, especially Batman. But Harley Quinn, like, if I catch up on one person, it's usually Harley Quinn's comic series. So I like it. She's one person I generally prefer done right. But she's pretty funny too. And of course, yeah, there's that scene with Nightwing. I don't mind it. Doesn't bother me. It was pretty funny too. I actually thought it was really funny, and I thought the farting scene was funny. Especially just when Batman said, it's discipline. I laughed at that. I did. People say it's like, it's not their Harley and all this stuff, but I don't really find it out of character. And again, I've read, I think, almost every Harley you could read. Like, even her specials, pre-52 Harley, I've seen the animated series, I've seen the Justice League thing, the episode where she gets pushed out the window. Seen it, played the Arkham games. Her farting is not something I can't see her doing, or the date raping thing is a bit off, but I could still see that doing it. Especially since he wasn't just screaming no, and it was done for comedy effect. And it's kind of cool that they are willing to do stuff like that in this day and age, I think. Like, it's cool that they're allowed to do it. You have to appreciate that they're allowed to do it, even if you didn't like it. I think that's why you get great stories from DC, and also bad ones, really bad ones, but also sometimes really great ones, is because they're allowed to do crazy shit when other people just wouldn't. I think like you get, as a result, really good DC stuff and really bad DC stuff, where I think other companies put out mediocre stuff because they don't have that free range. Like, I think while you sometimes get, like, Frank Miller's All-Star Batman or Strikes Again, you also sometimes get things like The Killing Joke and the original Dark Knight Returns. Like, the sheer range that they're allowed to do stuff like that is cool, kind of cool. Poison Ivy, I always hate it when Ivy and Harley are splitsies. You know, they're really close in the comics, except for Ivy's Cycle of Life and Death. I read that, and they kind of get into a tiff. That's the one thing I didn't like about that comic series. I don't mind that they fight, but that one particularly didn't feel like they would. It didn't feel like it was well written, the way they fight in the Poison Ivy Cycle of Life and Death. This one feels like a bit more natural. Ivy just sort of goes off the deep end and wants to kill everyone, and Harley thinks that's probably a bit too much. So, especially since she's on everyone, you know? Like, that's usually what the logic they always fall back to. Is like, yeah, well, you'll get killed too. It's like, oh yeah, she is trying to kill everyone. It's like, even you, which I didn't really buy that Harley, I always kind of thought Harley, she's like indifferent if Ivy was going to kill everyone. Yeah. And she was at first. I can't remember what else they say to sway her. They say a bunch of things. And I think she kind of just wants to, because they've been trying to get Harley to be a pseudo-hero now for a while. She's really softened up a bit and broken away from the Joker. Honestly, though, I'm surprised that wasn't it, you know? If the Joker wasn't a villain, I know he's the villain all the time, but if there was a reason for Harley and Batman to team up, I feel like the Joker's a better reason, you know? Joker's again, but only, you know, Harley knows Joker as well as Batman. So Batman teams up with him, and Harley, like, knows the Joker's next moves, or something like that. Like, the Joker seems like a compelling reason why they might join forces, whereas Ivy, I don't like it when they're splitting up and fighting, because we don't get that much Harley and Ivy together. That's another downfall. Apart from a few scenes in the middle and the end, it's split up. It's not a terribly long movie. Yeah, I guess that's irrelevant to say, because I think DC locks the time limits of those animated movies to an hour and 15 minutes, which I don't know why. I think those movies are pretty good, if not better than the live action movies, so I think they should deserve a bit, because it's like an artificial constraint for no reason, you know? Why do that? Why do that? Like, this movie really felt rushed towards the end too, I gotta add. Like, the ending is funny, but I don't want to spoil too much, because you should watch it. I think it's worth a watch. Even if you don't like the two questionable parts that a lot of people have made controversy of this movie, it's still, the rest of the movie is still enjoyable. It's very good. They even have a scene where there's a fight scene and there are onomatopoeias everywhere, like Adam West Batman. And that was nice. And it's great just to see the animated series people back, because it's like the Nightwing animated series. It's the animated series version of Ivy, and it's those versions, which does make it all the more weirder when, you know, what happens to Nightwing happens to Nightwing. But it's not that big of a deal. And Nightwing isn't all that reluctant. And Nightwing even brings up to Batman that he's no stranger to dating villains, which is true. I actually do need to catch up on some more Harley, but overall, like, if I had to give it a thing, I would give it probably 4 out of 5. I think it's better than some, with the exception of the Adam West one recently, the Return of, I can't remember what it's called, Return of the Caped Crusaders. I really loved that one a lot. With the exception of that one, I think, because the ones before that one haven't been, I didn't like them all. Justice League Dark, all the ones that are kind of based off the New 52, I don't think have been that good. They've been okay at best. Forgettable, it would be a better word to describe them. Loosely based off the 52 comics, very loosely. So this one is better than those by a good reach. That's why I would give it a 4 out of 5. It's not great. And I wish that they didn't have those stupid time constraints, because it does feel a bit rushed at the end. It's like, why make your movie suffer if you don't have to? I could understand the beginning, maybe it wasn't taken as seriously, but now these movies do alright, and people look forward to these animated films, especially since we don't have a solid animated series anymore. I know Young Justice is coming back soon, but that's not for a while. And that'll focus, of course, on like the younger kids. It won't be Batman centric. Which, you know, I love Batman. That's my one kryptonite flaws. I tend to buy anything with him on it. I even have a Batman fidget spinner. Like, if I'm just in a store and I see Batman on something, I buy it. Oh boy. I would like some non-Batman movie next time. That's what I was, sorry, I got a bit sidetracked. Yeah, I like Batman, but, they need to focus on some other people. I think he's been in the past 10 animated movies. Maybe, I don't know, a Flash movie? A Gotham Sirens movie? Not like anyone would enjoy one of those. A movie about the Question. Do you dare to even ask? Shit. There's so many characters that need touching upon. We got a month till the CW shows return. Who do you think the guest character will be on Arrow? That's a question if anyone's watching this. Arrow every year on episode 5, at least for the past 2 years, have been making a tradition to have a guest character. Season 4 it was Constantine, season 5 it was the Human Target. If they do it again this year, I hope it's the Question. No one seems to be thinking about the Question, because sometimes they just can't use a character. That's a factor, and I think the Question might be just off the radar enough that, like, the movies don't have their hands on them. The TV show people might be able to use them, because I'd rather the TV show get them than the movie people get them, and then the TV show people not be allowed to use them or something. Because I'd rather get more regular doses of the Question than like a one-off time in a movie. I like the Question, especially if they could by some miracle get Jeffrey Combs to voice him again, or even play him, but he might be too old, or just get a good voice. I really love the Young Justice version of the Question, but I like all versions of the Questions. I do read them in the comics, and the last thing I actually read them in was in Batman Huntress Cry for Blood. It's really a Huntress story, but it features the Question heavily. It was very good. I hope he's the guest character, or someone cool. Someone notable, but someone that people won't be, like, expecting either. Be crazy if they just did the Lantern. They teased him forever. Forever. Is there anything going on with the Lanterns in the movie verse? You never hear much. You hear about the Flash, the Batman, this, that, but not the Lanterns. Yeah. I guess that's about it. Any more thoughts on the Batman animated movie? I'm not sure what the next one is. They usually have a trailer up for the next one. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Hopefully not a fucking Batman one. I mean, I really like Batman. But a Batgirl one would be great. That's why I look forward to Killing Joke so much. And even I forgave what a lot of people aren't crazy about the beginning segment, but I didn't mind it because I really like Batgirl. We don't get anything ever with just anything with Batgirl. I can't remember the last time Batman or Batgirl was a part of an animated movie. Can you? If I scratch my head, it's like those fucking animated series movies. The Batwoman movie and the excuse me, no. There's one with the fucking Sub-Zero. It's got fucking Mr. Freeze. I don't know. I can't think of him. It's got Mr. Freeze. Yeah, that was. And she cameos in one of the DC movies at the very end, but I'm not counting that one. I know about it. I think it was also the Batwoman movie. That's weird. But for the most part, we don't get much Batwoman time. I mean, Batgirl time. Or at least Barbara Gordon. Or honestly, any fucking Barbara Girl. Or honestly, anyone that's not fucking Batman. I know, I keep talking about it. We don't get this person. We don't get anyone that's not fucking Batman. Really. Or maybe the few Robins if we're lucky. Except for fucking the old school Adam West Batmans. Unfortunately, they can't keep making them. But if they could, I would let them make them forever. Those work. We needed some of those. Some good, silly Batman. But Batman and Harley Quinn, that's a 4 out of 5. Maybe a 3.5. Strong 3, low 4. You know. Better than the past couple efforts, with the exception, of course, the Adam West one. That one's great, but not including that one, it's better than the past efforts by a lot. Yeah, that's it. I'm out. Later.